Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 7, day 5, in this third game of tonight. It is team versus Team Lotus. I am Fatty Kyle, joined today by the legend, the boss himself, Mr. Brooksy. How are you doing, Brooksy?
Hey, let's go. Yeah, I'm good. Obviously, I've just played my game. It's absolutely unbelievable. 28 demos in the series. Went for it, got it. So, yeah, I'm feeling good. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. I'm obviously just off playing my game before your game and 3-0'd and felt very good. Secured first, both of us, so congrats.
Yeah, I was going to say that's another thing for us. Obviously with Interstellar dropping their game, we managed to secure first ourselves.
But yeah, today we have a very important game for Team, a must-win game for Team. And even if they do win, it's still not in their hands. They would be hoping for result elsewhere in the Corinthians and Miracle game. Do you have any predictions for this one?
I think it's going to be a tough one. Obviously, if we see the Lotus that turned up against Resurrection, I think this could go to a game 5 very easily. But obviously, nothing on the line for Lotus. They've not got anything to play for. So, I want to say Lotus, but I don't know. I don't know how they're going to turn up. So I think it's going to be a team 3-1.
Yeah, I'm on the same lines of that. I'm thinking the same. I think Team Lotus, I was on the podcast while they were playing that game last week, but I was still watching while playing the podcast, and they looked really good. It was just unfortunate that Mr. Lewis really stepped up. And yeah, if that Team Lotus can show up, even though they've got nothing to play for, I really think that they've got a chance here, but I think it will be... I just don't think the passion and the conviction will be there for... Team Lotus, so I'm going to say 3-2 to Team because it is Team and they love 3-2s. They love game 5s. I think every game bar one has went to a game 5.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, we're just waiting on the players. I think what do you think that Team Lotus will need to do to win? They are the underdogs. What do you think that they'll need to do?
They just need to be able to connect together as a team that like they can do. They get them passing plays, they get get each other into the game. I think it works very well. Not isolating Eclipse at the back. It's kind of something that they did with the Resurrection game. He kind of sat that third man majority of the game, and we know how good Eclipse is. We know what he can hit. We know what he can bring to the table. So I think putting either Banana or Seb as that third man, and then the other one basically going for them demo plays. You've seen how it works for Clinical. It allows Reptic to play. Similar players, Eclipse and Reptic. Allow that man to play. He will get you goals and he will win you the series.
Yeah, I have to agree there. And without further ado, I think that's all the players in. We are ready here on the caster's desk, so let's hand it over to the players. And here we are. For what is a very important game for Team.
Yeah, 100%. Team are going to be wanting this to go into playoffs. Obviously, they're going to have to rely on other results. But we get the game started. Seb trying to find that middle ball. It's a whiff from Banana and Dwarf, but they managed to get away with it. Aspect, bringing that ball forward. Only to find the path of Eclipse. Eclipse, what can he do with it? Seb taking it to the wall. Here we go. Do we see the passing play? Seb goes alone, and it's cleared away.
Yeah, and this is a very nervous start here. You can see the nerves really as they're playing, and there's a shot from Seb. But yeah, they need to shake these nerves off to Team, because it's not that, there's no place for nerves in this game. Nerves are going to lose you the game. And there's a chance, and that's a great block from Dwarf. And they come away, but Banan brings it back, plays it out to Eclipse, who takes it. Can he go? He doesn't go for the double, and Dwarf gets an awkward touchdown. And it's a double commit between Banana and Seb there. And yeah, that's a very nervous start here, Brooksy. I think, they need to shake it off, and they need to shake it off quick, or it could start to run away from them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's not what I expected Team to come out, and it's not how I expected Lotus to come out. To be fair, they put on the pressure. They're putting on that pressure to make the mistakes from Team right now, and they just look like the better team. So maybe after all, the prediction that I made of Team winning 3-1, maybe it's going to go the opposite way with how the game looks. And that's a good, beautiful 50 by Banana. Eclipse is up, and there's the demo and the goal. Eclipse, the man that we spoke about at the start of the game, is the man that gets the goal for Team Lotus. 1-0.
Yeah, he's in my opinion the star player in this lobby, and he really has showed that and stepped up and got the first goal of this game and of this series. And yeah, Team need to bounce back quick, otherwise I think mentals could go down and it could get very tough for them.
Eclipse there to get the clearance away. Seb up this time, trying to find the pass to Eclipse. We know these two link up very good together. But Janagos intercepts that and says, no, that is not happening on my watch. It's a backflip from Banan, and there's your equaliser. Back in the game.
Yeah, and that just all came from, Banan being left in an awkward position. I don't know if he got that boost there. But yeah, they're calling for a server change at the moment. I can see Seb and Banan both have quite high pings, but
I mean, yeah, we'll continue in this game, but we will probably reset for game 2.
Yeah.
Looking at pings, they are pretty high compared to teams. So you've got to ride it out for this game, but yeah, we can look at changing the server for the next. As Dwarf brings the ball forward, it's a good challenge from Seb. Eclipse, what can he do with it? Can he carry it from one side to the other? He does get blocked off by Banan. The big hit forward, Seb puts it to the middle, only to find the path of Dwarf, who hits it towards the backboard, but Banan with a clearance. Eclipse with a beautiful effort upfield.
Yeah, but it's only
able to catch.
Yeah, and that's a great block from Dwarf, and Eclipse controls it beautifully. Dwarf reads it though, plays it centre, and Child of God Janago's there to make it 2-1. And yeah, it's unfortunate that they'll be put at this disadvantage for this game, down to the server, but there's nothing that can be done now. And yeah, that'll settle the nerves. That'll help settle the nerves. But no one goes for it, and that Banan just can't read it. And what a save from Dwarf. And yeah, on you go.
That was the chance for the equaliser. So unfortunate. What a 50! Eclipse! And there's the equaliser. I mean, they were unfortunate on the first attempt, but the second attempt, Eclipse is there to follow up the beautiful 50 from Seb. 2-2.
And yeah, there is confirmed Aspect is lagging as well, but yeah, 2-2, and this could be a very entertaining and, close match. And it's all to play for Team. They need the win to keep their hopes at playoffs alive. And Eclipse...
What a finish! Holy! What an angle!
It's Eclipse passed it to himself and then just slots it past Janago into the bottom corner. Beautiful play from Eclipse, and that's his hat-trick.
That's unbelievable finishing. The guy that we knew that would step up for this team has done it right there. Banan finds the backboard. Eclipse is already pre-jumping for that. So close.
And Eclipse is looking hungry this game. You can just see it in his play style. He wants goals. He wants to put Team out of BGCS.
That's a lovely effort. Oh, what a finish. Squeezing it in.
Eclipse gets his 4th goal. And he's already on 814 points with still a minute left.
What a play by this man. And exactly what he just put in the chat there was backpack. He is carrying this Lotus team.
Yeah, they are tucked in the backpack well and truly. And, well, if he keeps playing like this all game, they're definitely going to find it tough, team, because Eclipse has came to play. And I think we need to see more from Dwarf. He needs to step up more. He's been talking about he's improved, his mechanics are getting better.
What effort. There's another. What a play from 7 Eclipse. You know, the two players that always linked up from Season 2 are linking up yet again for Season 3. And, you know, they're taking this game by the scruff of the neck and saying, look, we might be out, but you're not making playoffs.
Yeah, and it's good to see because there's a lot of teams that would have just, laid down, and that's a chance for Trijanago, and Eclipse just can't get there, and they get one back. 42 seconds left on the clock.
Anything is possible.
Especially with this team. They've managed to come back, I believe, from 4 or 5-1 down earlier in the season.
Yeah.
But yeah,
this is the thing with Lotus. You know, they go these many goals up, but then they seem to not be able to withstand the pressure. But, you know, Team don't look like they're having the pressure at all in this game, to be fair. You know, it's all Lotus taking it to Team. So it's interesting to see. And that's another demo from Banana. No third man. 20 seconds left. 1 goal needed to take it to an OT.
Yeah, and we've seen it. You touched on it briefly there, but yeah, we have seen this Lotus team throw away leads. I believe last week in the final game, they were 4-1 up and lost at 5-4, I believe. You know, so it's very similar circumstances. So let's hope for not a repeat of that.
12 seconds left on the clock. Dwarf, but trying to bring it forward. It's a good 50 from Banan. Janago tries to get a pinch, but it just pancakes down. Not what they wanted. Banan wasting the time. You love to see it. And there it drops. And we are going to have a server change.
Yeah.
Because obviously, the other team did say they were lagging as well.
Yeah, both teams agreed on it. And yeah, that was a very entertaining and very interesting first game. You know, the team went down early, came back, and then went down heavily, and then threatened to come back, but just didn't quite get there. But yeah, I think, if team can just settle down and get us, just find us style of play, shut down Eclipse quicker. I don't think they're respecting Eclipse enough, or they're giving them too much respect. Sorry.
I'm going to be honest here. I don't think they're respecting Team Lotus at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously, a lot of people, like I say, and even myself, didn't know how these were going to be coming into the game. Didn't know how they'd start playing. And I think they've come into game 1 not expecting Team Lotus to, kind of do anything. And here they are. Game 1 up. I hope we get the same fun game going into game 2. As all the players are ready. We're ready for this game 2. Hopefully things are better.
Yeah, and here's kick-off, and Eclipse gets a good kick-off, but well read from Aspect, but it's a shot. Oh, excuse me.
Eclipse with a shot on goal, and it's gone in. I don't know whether that was hitting the post and coming out, but Aspect seems to get a little touch on it, and it does go into the back of the net. I don't know whether this was coming out.
Oh, I think
it was just bouncing in. I'm not too sure.
Oh, it's very close, but it was a well-placed shot nonetheless. Put Aspect in a difficult position, and it's not the start that team would have wanted. In this early in this second game, and I think this could be an uphill battle for them now. I can see mentals going down. I can see, especially Aspect getting frustrated and angry. And Eclipse with a lovely infield pass. Banan plays it downfield into the corner. Janago takes it away, but only as far as Banan. It's Dwarf but misses, and that's not the misses that you can't afford to be missing that at this level, because you will get punished, and they did get punished 2-0. And I don't think anyone was expecting this. Some people might have wanted this out there, but I don't think they would have been expecting this. Lovely play from Team Lotus.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams would have been, in this conference would have been wanting this result. Because obviously there's a few teams, riding on this result of where they can finish, and Lotus are delivering that for for that community of the conference right now.
Well, yeah, they'll be known. That's a great demo, and Eclipse just misses, and the passing Aspect gets a good spawn. Can he find an infield pass to Dwarf? Janago. Janago flicks it up. Is Dwarf there? Dwarf is there, but it's wide, and Janago gets a shot. And Eclipse to the the hero again for Team Lotus.
Here comes the pressure, though, from Team. Aspect with a shot on goal. Janago to finish it off. And we win within 1 goal with 3 minutes 36 on the clock.
And yeah, that was just all strong pressure from Team there. You know, Aspect keeping it alive there and Janago finishing it off. That's more like the pressure that Team need. They need to keep that kind of pressure on.
Eclipse into this corner. Can't read it. A clearance from Janago, I think that was. Banan onto the sidewall. Goes up. Gets the touchdown. No one's waiting apart from Dwarf. Eclipse. I don't know what Eclipse was going for there. And gets bumped, and it goes in, and there's your equaliser.
Yeah, Janago really stepping up for Team here, and yeah, I don't know what Eclipse was doing there. I think he was just trying to get fancy with it and completely misread the hit.
Yeah, exactly. You know, obviously we know how fancy Eclipse likes to get with his shots, with his saves. And hopefully that doesn't go too far in his head that, you know, they end up throwing the game for it. Eclipse trying to get the effort on net. Aspect trying to take it out of his own half. Seb is up. It's a good demo from Banan. And the play resets. Janago with a shot. Team look like they're going to be putting on the pressure a little bit more in this game. There's another demo from Aspect. Another demo from Aspect. A player that loves the demos, loves watching people get the demos. And what a play that had been right there.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate no one was in the centre to capitalise on the double demo there. And here goes Eclipse now with the double tap. Just can't get, but there's Banan to make it 3-2. And that's not what Team want to be seeing. They need to be getting this ball. Dwarf but awkward in net. Aspect didn't know where to go. And Banan slots it home.
Sorry, but oh my, what a pre-jump that is from Eclipse, by the way.
Yes.
You know, unfortunate not to get the goal from the angle, but gets basically the pass down for Banan to finish it off. Here we go. Can Team equalise yet again? Aspect. Eclipse just waiting patiently. Dwarf manages to get the 50 and it goes to the other side of the field. Seb gets up, beats his man. Tries to beat Dwarf to the boost, but can't. Aspect is up. Eclipse misses. It's going onto this backboard. Can anyone read it? It's only Banan that's already up on that backboard reading that. Janago's up. It was almost a great save. So close.
Yeah, so close. But I think Eclipse might have taken... No, Eclipse just missed the ball. I thought he had taken it away from Banan, but... Once again, it's another goal for Janago. He is the only player to score, I think, for Team. Aspect and Dwarf really need to step it up. And Janago, here he goes again. Can't read that now. Dwarf goes for the sneaky shot, but Seb, cool, calm, collected. Fakes out one, fakes out two, but Janago reads it, and it's a pass from Banan to Seb. Oh, if Seb could have got that centre. But Banan can, and Eclipse pre-jumps, gets the block. And that's a shot. Banan makes it 4-3. And Team just cannot keep themselves in this game. They keep getting back, but they keep losing. Another goal go down, and eventually they'll run out of time.
I mean, this seems like the play right now. Pre-jumping Eclipse and manages to get the touchdown for Banan every time. And, you know, it works. You know, it's working for him. So, you know, keep up that pressure. Keep on doing what you're doing. You have a minute 15 to withstand the pressure of Team and hope you can take the game too. And that's a beautiful touchdown from Eclipse. Seb isn't able to read it on this corner, but does beat Janago to the ball. Gets the dunk on Dwarf. What can Team Lotus do with the ball here? Aspect taking it away with a read from Banan. It's already up, reading for that. Outrageous if he gets one of these, one of the shots that go that way. If he reads one of them, it's outrageous.
Yeah, he's getting
beautiful pass.
But yeah, it's coming because he's not far off. He is close, and eventually a player of his quality will read that and it will go in. And I can't wait to see it.
Backflip from Banan. It's a beautiful pass from Eclipse. It looks like Seb is disconnected, maybe.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, I wonder what happened there.
I know Seb is having a couple of... Well, he's always had a few game issues. He games freezes from time to time. So that's probably what happened right there. We have a minute's dwindled away so quickly. We're on 10 seconds left in the game, and 4-3 to Lotus as it stands right now. And it goes down.
And we team to team instant timeout. I could see that coming, but yes, team are on the verge of being out, of BGCS, which is a big surprise for me. I had them as one of the teams that I thought was a shoo-in, but I can see Seb's ping is fluctuating quite badly, so here's hoping that can settle down and we get a good, fair game 3. But yeah, it's just defensive mistakes, Brooksy. It's defensive mistakes that are costing team. What do you think they need to do to change that up?
I mean, just hit the ball. Is the easiest thing to say in this. There's been a couple of times that Dwarfs missed, Aspects missed it a couple of times. It just opens up the play to Lotus to get in. But I also think, they need to bring the energy. They need to bring the pressure, that they started in game 2. And they need to see that all the way throughout the game. Add a couple of demos in there, open up the play, allow Dwarf to be able to play, allow Aspect to be able to play. We know they're 2 very good players, able to hit some very nice shots. You've just got to open that play up to allow it to happen. But yeah, I don't think there's much more that you can change. Rotations look, okay. There's certain times that you can probably fix up on certain things, but you can't always be perfect every single time. But yeah, so what are you saying, Kyle? Just take over.
I think they need to just... They're giving the ball away too much. They're not just... They need to slow the play down. It's like they're just trying to play too quick. And I don't think they're quick enough to outspeed Team Lotus. I think they need to slow the game down, play more at their pace, control the ball more, and look for passes. There's been no real team chemistry there. And, it shows that I don't think these 3 have played much together as a team. So, yeah, I just think they need to slow the ball down more, look for infield passes, and then on defence, they just need to believe in each other more. There's been a lot of panicking, a lot of double commits in defence. And if they can just tighten that up, the game's still there for them. And we all know they love a game 5, and they're going to need it. They desperately need a game 5 now to have any chance of playoffs.
Yeah, team. We've seen how effective their team talks are normally. Their team talks are very effective. I can't remember what game it was. I think it was when Serenity were playing, and they dropped 2 games and they reverse swept. And obviously, they took the timeout, they got the reverse sweep, and it was, it's the key of the timeouts. That little breather, little change of tactics, what we should be going for, what you shouldn't be going for, and Dwarf, can handle that very, very well. He knows how certain teams play. After 2 games, how they're going to be playing. You can kind of adapt to their play style. So kind of bring it to them and offer them something different. And as the players are coming back in after the timeout, we'll see what happens.
Well, yeah, this is one thing Dwarf is really good at. He's good at his team talks. He's good at getting positivity and motivation back into his team. And let's see if he could do that again. And that doesn't really look good there, as Aspect completely misses the ball. And now Banan puts it centre. Dwarf gets it away, but Seb's there. Takes his time, plays it back into the corner. But here's the pressure. Team need to just keep the pressure up. Keep the ball close, go for passes, keep pressuring. And there's a double commit, which is not the best. They need to cut down them, and Seb brings it away. Plays it infield to Eclipse, who takes control. Looks for a centre pass to Banan. Janago's there and does well, and Aspect can bring it away.
Team after this timeout look more lost than what they were in game 1 and 2. They're double committing. They're going for, they're cutting rotations. Whatever got said in that team, timeout needs to happen, because right now you're looking at, a worse off team than you were 2 games ago. That's a beautiful carry from Seb. Janago pops it up high, but only to find Eclipse onto the backboard. But Dwarf's waiting, knocks it down. Aspect again missing the ball. It's something that something I touched up on of what they needed to do, and it was not to miss, just hit the ball.
And he's done it twice so far in the first minute 30 of this game 3. And there's a miss from Banan. All the misses are coming out. Centre and Dwarf doesn't miss those. 1-0 team. And that's a nerve settler. That, is a confidence booster.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they would have wanted. And, hopefully that's Dwarf now scoring that, just to prove a point to myself of, we have changed. We're not getting worse. We are going to win this. Dwarf with a lovely effort, but just couldn't capitalise on the effort. Seb takes it round 1. Eclipse now taking control. Tries to take it past Janago, but just can't quite do it. They can't keep on the pressure after that demo. Seb runs into the path of Eclipse. Gets the touchdown. Aspect with a demo on Seb. Banan left all alone. Dwarf. Effort on net. What a save that is!
What a save from Banan. Keeping his team in it. And I think Seb disconnected. And that's an open net. Can Dwarf get back? No. And that's the equaliser. Eclipse with his 1 millionth goal of the series. It's what it feels like anyway.
And that's what I was saying about rotation. No one back. Not one player back for Team Lotus. Not Team Lotus, for Team. Unfortunate Dwarf just couldn't quite get the touch that he wanted. Janago with the effort on net. It's a great save from Seb. Dwarf misses again. This is the misses that are going to cost Team. Banan piling on that pressure. Still Banan. Eclipse coming out from nowhere. This man is absolutely insane. Pre-jumping absolutely everything. He's got no boost in the tank. Falls to Banan, and we've seen it in game 2. Pre-jumps. Banan follows it up. 2-1 Lotus.
And that just came from Janago not trusting, Dwarf. If Janago had stayed down or Dwarf had stayed on, if they didn't double commit, they had an easy save, but the double commit led to the goal. And last season it was all between Seb and Eclipse. This series it's been Eclipse pre-jumping to Banan.
And that was almost another goal right there, but Dwarf able to defend that. Very good. Eclipse taking it high. What can he do with it? Gets the reset. Can't follow it up, but Aspect with a big bang towards the Lotus net. Dwarf, but able to read this. Oh, Banan just can't quite get there, and it's 2-2. What a game this is. 1 minute 46 on the clock.
Yeah, and what a shot from Dwarf. He knew Banan was high, so he shot it low, and Banan, he's been great in defence, but just couldn't get down to that one. And Team still alive and breathing, but only barely.
Yeah, I mean, Team are trying to take everything they can to this Toon Lotus, and that's exactly what they're doing this game. And they need to, they need to stay within the chance of having playoffs. Seb. Eclipse now takes the touchdown. Eclipse takes it to the other side. Already pre-jumping up, but just can't quite get the height.
Seb flicks it high, but only as far as Aspect, and Aspect looking at the centre, but Seb's there to take it away. Now Dwarf 50s it into the corner. Eclipse already up. Passes a great ball down to Banan, who gets a lovely shot, but it's far down and off Aspect and out, and that would have been one of the goals of the season if that one had went in.
The thing is there, Banan already pre-jumping the pass, and it just didn't work out. It was very, very close. Janago puts it middle.
Yeah, it was
manages to get it around Banan.
That was risky, but it worked. And now Janago puts it centre. Dwarf's there, but Seb is equal. And now it's a counter-attack chance. Passing to Eclipse. Eclipse shoots, but what a save from Aspect. But Banan's there. Can't get over it. And Banan's had a chance to get Team Lotus in front a couple of times now and just hit the bar. And Eclipse gets a good bump, but no one's there for the follow-up, and Seb has to play slow. That's a lovely shot. Banan gets a good save. Eclipses.
That just needs to go down. Eclipse doesn't want that to go down. He's wanting the goal before OT. Seb keeps it up. Banan keeps it up. Into Eclipse! Onto the crossbar.
And that would have been a fitting way.
Our first OT. This is going to be the nervous OT.
Yeah, and that's a mistake. Junago misses it. A double commit there, and Banan. But I think it's
saved by Eclipse. No way, Eclipse gets the save. That looks like it was dreaming and going in. Dwarf, does he get the reset? It doesn't. What redirect that is. And Seb reads this. There's no Banan waiting this time though. Eclipse is already up. Onto the backboard! Dwarf! It's in!
And teams still breathe in this series. We go to game 4. And my God, that was a tense match. That could have went either way, that game. And it went in the favour of team.
Wow.
But I don't think they really deserve to win that game, in my honest opinion. I think, Lotus had the chances to bury that, and they didn't, specifically Banan. But yeah, the team still have a lot to work on, but that is a step in the right direction, getting that game.
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely what they wanted. And how Lotus come away from that, not winning that game 3. They've had 3 chances to capitalise on that. Banan missed it twice. Eclipse missing it once from the last basically 0-second chance, and they'll be kicking themselves on that one. But they've got to clear their heads, go again. Same with team. Clear their heads and go again, and hope that they can get another game to take this to a game 5. And there's one for team.
And that is a crazy pinch between Junago and Seb. Flies past Eclipse. Not much you could do there. 88 miles per hour, 142 kilometers per hour. No one's stopping that one.
How crazy is it? This could go either way. Both teams battling it out. Obviously, team wanting this, to hope that they can secure playoffs, and Lotus hoping that they can then ruin their day and get the win. Seb with a lovely effort towards that backboard. Dwarf looks like he's turned the tempo up a little bit. Banan with a big clearance away. Junago misses. Aspect managed to get the save.
Yeah, and Dwarfy is a player that needed to step up. I don't think he was doing much, and that's an awkward pass. And now Seb can't get it past Dwarf, and it's a double commit. They need to be careful, Lotus here. But Eclipse is still going, but the flip reset just didn't really help. And a good clear from Aspect.
It's team side looking strong out in the game 4. These definitely changed the tempo. They've definitely changed the way they need to play. And Lotus just need to adapt to that now. And what a pick-up boost that is. Banan going for them demos, making everybody jump in that net. Keeping the pressure on, you'd love to see it.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure coming out of Team Lotus here, and that's a great pass. Seb goes for it again, gets an awkward touch and a weird catch and gets past another, but Dwarf shuts it down, but Banan gets a great block, and Aspect's awkward, he's been posted, but Banan had no one to help.
Both 7 Eclipse, I believe, were looking for that boost. Didn't know what to do, and that's a beautiful touch from Banan. But Dwarf is able to take it away into this Lotus half. Eclipse into Seb. Eclipse can't go up for this. He's got no boost. Dwarf. Big bang towards the Lotus net. Lotus now bringing on the pressure themselves. Seb, can he get the touch middle? He can. Dwarf misses onto the backboard. Banan. What is going on?
And Banan cleans it up, and just panic stations at the back for Team. Everyone caught under the ball there. Couldn't get it clear, and Banan capitalises on it.
What is going on? That stuck at the net for so long. And how it was never cleared, I don't know. But Banan keeping on that pressure. And, you'd love to see that. Able to keep his teammates, the ball up into the team net. Allowing his teammates to, free roam and able to get the shots. Dwarf Butt gets the touchdown. It's awkward. Banan gets the touch up high. Makes it even more awkward for Dwarf.
Eclipse gets a good boost spawn at the middle there, gets it past one. Janago takes it away though, but only as far as Banan, who's looking for Eclipse, who's hanging about. Gets a good 50 though, Dwarf does. And it's as nervy as game 2. You can see it. The team players specifically are very nervous. And Dwarf, there's a bad miss from Dwarf in a shot, and Dwarf recovers well to get away, and Seb tries to keep the pressure alive, but Aspect denies. And they're still in this. You can see the nerves in team, but they're still in it. They're picking up the pace.
So close.
This could go anyway.
I'm not going to lie, I don't think anyone in the chat or us thought that it'd be going how close it is. Obviously, we kind of touched up on if they turn up, we could get a game 5, but not 100% on it. But wow, they have delivered. Seb with a shot. Eclipse with a pre-read. Oh my god, he's going to get one of them one of these at some point. I mean, he's got 50 seconds left, hoping obviously they take the game. But if not, he's got a game 5 to get it. Everybody's awkward. Everybody's missed, but no! No way!
And that is a lifeline there for Team, because that could have been the end of their BGCS run. And now Eclipse gets
what a touch
over. But Banan keeping the pressure on, puts it centre, going solo, gets a great 50. Can he get the boost steal? He misses the boost, but he gets it eventually. And 13 seconds left. It's anyone's game. Or will we have an OT?
Yeah, I think we're going to go for the OT. Eclipse obviously doesn't want to knock it down. And there it is, OT yet again. 1-1. OT. That isn't the ball that Dwarf would have wanted.
And that is team out. And no one expected that. And to be fair, Aspect leaves right away. Dwarf stays about to say his GG's. Big respect to Dwarf for that, but unbelievable. If this Lotus team had showed up earlier on in the season, they would have been, in my words, they would have been in with a shout of getting through. But they have put an end to Team's dream of BGCS. So that means Corinthians are guaranteed 4th place now.
Yeah, what a pile of games they were. Absolutely outrageous. Dwarf, unfortunate, with the pass into the middle. Whether he were waiting for his teammate to be, in that centre spot for the pass or, but unfortunate, it wasn't their day, but Team Lotus, I said it at the start of this game, that they came out so strong against Resurrection, and on another day they could have won that game. And they've come out how they came out against Resurrection today, and what a play. Like you say there, they come out like that. At the start of the season, hopefully they stay around for not touching too much on season 4, but hopefully they stay around for the season 4. They play like that all the way through. They are contenders.
Yeah, definitely. And all I can say is a big GG's and much respect to the Team Lotus team, because they, nothing to play for. Could have easily just, sat in their shell and not really done, but they showed up. They brought it to Team, put the pressure on. And yeah, Team will be disappointed. But, they were an inconsistent team all season. There was plenty of ups, plenty of downs. If you're going to go to game 5s as often as they did, it was always going to be tough to book your spot in playoffs. And unfortunately, it wasn't to be their season. Hopefully they can, stay about as well, because they are a good team. They are a team to be reckoned with. But yeah, it just wasn't their season. They need to dust it off, come back next season better and stronger.
Yeah, 100%. Again, like I say, it's unfortunate. It's not the result that team were looking for. But I believe that makes it all to play for, or Corinthians through now.
Yeah, that's Corinthians through now. Team had to win. Corinthians are through. So the game between Corinthians and Miracle, I don't even think it means anything for...
It would just be for seeding, I believe. So it would be Corinthians to go third.
Yeah, the Corinthians can take over Resurrection.
So obviously, as it stands for that ball busters, all teams are now, set to be in playoffs. It's just Resurrection and Corinthians not knowing what position they're going to be finishing in. But yeah, I mean, what a game to come back and cast. I seem to choose the games that are unbelievable to cast.
Actually, no, Corinthians can't take over Resurrection, so that is the 4 teams locked in. Because no, they can. Sorry, I misread that. They're both on +2.
Yeah.
So yeah, Corinthians just need to win to take over Resurrection.
I don't know. Go to Turk if you want. He's online. Yeah. SRZ Turk.
So yeah. So that is Team Unseen are guaranteed first, Miracle are guaranteed second, and then it depends on the Corinthian Miracle game. If Corinthians lose, Resurrection are third. If Corinthians win, Corinthians go third.
Yes. But yeah, like I say, what a time to come back to casting. I think every game that I've come back to casting have been absolutely unbelievable. I had the Lotus Resurrection game. I believe I had an Unseen game at some point. I think I've had like 3 casts, and all 3 games have been absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, so moving on from that, we've got tomorrow's games. We have obviously Corinthians up at 7 o'clock, I believe. Team Miracle and Corinthians at 7. We've also got Flame and Off User at 8 o'clock, but we also do have the podcast at 8 o'clock as well.
Yeah, remember that Flame and Off User game is mightily important. Off User need to win 3-0, and if they don't win 3-0, if they lose one game, that is CK will be through. But if Offessa can win 3-0, they take 4th place off of CK, and CK go out. So that's a very important game. So remember, everybody, to stop by, watch at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so obviously that Flame Ophiusa game will be on that BGCS EU2. It will be on the second stream. The link is in the chat now. So if you want to go and make sure you follow that, so you can come and watch. And like I say, the podcast will be on over on this side. So make sure you tune in. Thank you for coming and joining me and Kyle for the game today. Absolutely unbelievable game, and we shall see you tomorrow.
Yes, goodbye, good night, and take care, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.